weren't quite sure which direction this game would go. I thought Celta Vigo did a good job of exposing Barcelona's weaknesses with that high defensive line and the ball in behind for Borja Iglesias, who gets a hat-trick but somehow leaves the stadium feeling a little bit disappointed. At 3-1 up, I thought the fat lady was about to sing. I didn't see a way back for Barcelona. They had been uninspiring. They looked tired. There was no real spark to their game. And at 2 goals to the good, I thought Celta Vigo would just shut that down, continue as they've been doing defensively, still looking for that ball in behind. Yet all of a sudden, this game just came to life, well, from a Barcelona perspective, in a way that we'd not seen for quite some time. Thrilling ending yet again. Barcelona keep themselves in the driving seat, but surely have to recognize that there's work to be done. They cannot continue with this form between now and the end of the season and just expect Real Madrid to throw in the towel.
Absolutely incredible scenes at the end there. You just saw Hansi Flick and how much it meant to them. Barcelona thought they were dead and buried, but it's a 4-3 win, which puts them now 7 points clear at the top of La Liga table. Real Madrid, of course, with that tricky tie against Athletic Club tomorrow. Atletico Madrid taking Las Palmas later today. Luis Garcia with us. Wow, Luis, how do you even start to sum this game up?
Yeah, it's difficult to see that the Barcelona was going to get something when we saw the start of the game. That fantastic first goal wasn't the reality of this Barcelona. There was a spoke once again, and that's what Barcelona is going to get from now until the last game of the season. And it's going to be have to fix something at the back, Hansi Flick, because they know that Gerard Martin needs a lot of help. He doesn't have that speed or the power on that left side to try to give something to Barcelona. And in defense, we saw today that it was exposed. All the attacking from Celta Vigo arrived from the right side. That highlight didn't work today because the intensity of Barcelona in the middle of the park wasn't existent. And in the end, that's something that all the teams have figured out. So against Mallorca in the midweek, we're going to see a little bit of the same. I'm sure that Hansi Flick has got an eye on the cup final against Real Madrid. And a lot of pressure for Real to try to get closer at this gap. So for now on, I think it was 3 points, very important, massive for Barcelona to continue on the lead and make this gap bigger.
Yeah, considering what you're 3-1 down, going into injury time, and then you're awarded that penalty, Luis. What a penalty by Rafinha.
It's amazing, and I think he's the right person. We saw his fantastic touch. He was involved today. I think it was a very good game on his side.
What was interesting, of course, it would have been a completely and utterly different story if Mingueza had scored that header.
Yeah, it's totally true. I mean, it was the last minute of the game. You scored that goal, and it's game over. No 3 points for Barcelona. And for Celta Vigo, it was crucial because they can get closer to European position for next season. You could see that header, I think at some point, Mingueza lose where is the goal, and he just tried to touch it. Not the best thought, to be honest. And again, this could have made a massive difference into the game.
It's incredible. Borja Iglesias with a hat-trick, Luis, but he's going home with nothing apart from the match ball.
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's not about game. MVP, 3 goals against Barcelona. I think the last player who scored 3 goals against this Barcelona was Forlan in 2005. Wow. So he can get also some history over there. But definitely it's very sad not to have the chance of getting something from against Barcelona when you score 3 goals. But that is Barcelona, and that's what you get from it.
You mentioned the intensity in midfield, Luis, being a problem in that exposes the high line. Just go into a little more detail about that.
Yeah, exactly. I think that when Frankie de Jong and Pedri plays together, I think that Pedri's got the best record on recovering balls in the other pitch of the opponent, but he continue needing some extra help over there. And Frankie de Jong is not a player who kind of put a lot of pressure. He's fantastic on the ball, but when it's time to go to press, is in trouble. And we saw today a big mistake in second goal of Borja Iglesias. He made the mistake. In another option, it was exactly the same. The understanding between him and the defense, it was a lacking of communication over there. And those kind of mistakes cannot be allowed when you play that kind of high line, because you are playing 1v1 men and there's a lot of space behind you. So I think that when Gavi plays into the middle, Pedri plays into the middle, or Fermin plays into the middle, together, they are stronger and more ability. Even Eric Garcia give you that balance into the midfield. When Frankie John plays there, you can see that those adaptations the Barcelona needs to do in the middle of the park are not there, because the intensity going forward is lacking on that. He arrived a little bit late, and the Barcelona's pressure is not anymore.
I know he wasn't kind of getting the service you expect, but Lewandowski was pretty much anonymous today, Luis, and obviously forced off with an injury late on.
Yeah, exactly. I think he did a good job trying to hold the ball in a couple of occasions, trying to battle the defense of Celta Vigo was hard against him, and he was trying. And it's a pity that he's going to have that problem on the back of his leg, because in only a week, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to play for the Copa del Rey. I'm sure that he hasn't have a turn in the hamstring, but definitely it's going to be difficult to see him. Maybe they will risk him to play in the final. But again, it's not the perfect scenario for him, because these are the next 3-4 weeks are the crucial moments for Barcelona with the Champions League game in being involved.
You imagine being Real Madrid watching that, Shane? Because you think,
yeah,
right, it's been an awful week, but here we go. At least Barcelona have opened the door for us, and then bang, the door's slammed right in your face.
Tighten the wrist back on, you're thinking, and you're right, to highlight the Mingueza chance. And especially kind of given how the game went, I thought that was impactful, not just in terms of where the 3 points ended up, obviously, but kind of in the longer term for Barcelona. Mm-hmm. You're 3-1 down, you come back to 3-3, Mingueza scores there, it knocks all his stuffing out of you. You know you've not played well, and maybe he does. But again, to the broader point, that goes in, that knocks a lot of your stuffing out, not just for this game and how this game goes, but in the weeks to come. And we were talking about Hansi Flick and his complaints about the schedule and the toll it takes on those Barcelona players. You concede there. I think it has a far longer knock-on effect. The other side of that very same coin is you go up the other end, you get the penalty that you do, and now all of a sudden everything just feels so much differently. You really, there's a sense of belief about you, about your game, that even when things aren't going your way, when you aren't playing well, you can grind results out. That's a total 180 from what they were facing otherwise.
Yeah, mentally, it's a massive blow for Real Madrid, isn't it, Luis?
Yeah, exactly. I think that when you are watching that game and you feel that the Barcelona is going to drop some points, the boost on the player must have been fantastic. Let's win the game tomorrow and let's have a chance, because you need to touch it just a little bit to try to hold it and receive that defense. He knows, because of his experience, that the defender is going to come to grab him to try to get the ball, and he received that penalty. So it was a massive difference when he got into the game, and well, the results said it so.
Luis, we've talked about it at length, about how the schedule for Barcelona is not favourable. Next up is Mallorca on Tuesday. If you're Hansi Flick, how would you address some of the vulnerability that we've seen from Barca over the last few weeks in such a short time?
No, you have to understand that you're going to need to rotate. In rotate mode that you've done it before. You normally make a change, one at the front, one at the back with the centre back. We've seen Araujo just changing one position, or Eric Garcia getting involved into the middle. But I think you're going to need a little bit more than that. You have to give rest to the players who have been running more. Today we saw Pedri everywhere on the field, so probably he will be rested. But then you feel that when he's not on the pitch, this Barcelona side also feels it. But at this moment, with the gap that you got, and if you want to have fresh legs for the cup final, that I think is very important, because it's a silverware. I think you need to rotate and give the chance to some of the players to rotate. I mean, I'm expecting to see Gavin involved. I'm expecting to see Eric Garcia involved. I'm expecting to see Araujo involved. That's why he was rested today. So we're going to see 4 or 5 changes that help this Barcelona to get a little bit of rest and be ready for the cup final.
Let's get some reaction then, shall we? Here's Hansi Flick.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
If a coach likes these kind of games, how are you after this result?
When you win, then you like it.
Have you suffered more than you expected?
No, we knew that we are playing against a really good team. So also they made good results in the last matches and the last 10 matches. So it's a really good team. I also say that yesterday in the press conference, they have a clear idea and the coach make a fantastic job there.
Estos partidos locos te gustan si ganas, obviamente, y que no ha sido sorpresa sufrir tanto porque el Celta los últimos 10 partidos viene dando un gran rendimiento, tiene un gran entrenador, un gran equipo. Él mismo lo dijo ayer en rueda de prensa, ha alabado mucho el trabajo de Giraldez, tiene un plan de juego, por lo tanto él ya sabía que iba a sufrir porque el Celta es un muy buen equipo.
Hello, Mister.
Hello.
Congratulations for this amazing victory. Next week is the Copa del Rey final against Real Madrid. How is Robert Lewandowski?
We have to look. So we will have to wait till tomorrow because tomorrow morning we will make MRI or what we need to do. Then we know more.
Bueno, hay que esperar a mañana a hacerle pruebas. MRI, imagino que será una resonancia. Me tira un poco ahí a la piscina, pero que hay que esperar a mañana. Hi, Mr. Flick, congratulations on the victory. We have seen your team very brave, pressing very high, with Frenkie de Jong and Pedri pressing with Iker Losada and with Borja Iglesias, with the strikers of your team. Are you happy how it worked? Are you happy? Are you satisfied with this plan of match?
I say yes. The goal we received, I think it was nothing about that because normally we press really good, but it was some errors we made. It was very easy also for the opponent to score these goals. But at the end, I'm really appreciated about what we are doing after the 3-1 for Celta, and it was amazing to see that also in this stage that the team is really give everything to never give up, and this is a mentality at the moment here we have. It's really great.
Le he preguntado porque hemos visto a Frenkie de Jong y Pedri con los dos puntas del Celta constantemente y si estaba contento y satisfecho con lo que ha visto. Dice que tiene que decir que sí, que el gol encajado, el segundo de Borja, es verdad que es un error, pero que no está relacionado con ese emparejamiento a nivel defensivo y que sobre todo está contento con la respuesta después del 3-1, de cómo el equipo compitió, de cómo el equipo respondió y se queda seguramente más con esa remontada en el tramo final de partido.
We have seen a really beautiful hack between you and Rafinha at the end of the match. What does Rafinha mean to you?
A lot. It's like all the other players, but he especially in the first half and in the halftime he suffered a little bit. So I say, come on and go forward, think positive, and we need you on the pitch and as a leader, and he's doing really great.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
And let's get some more reaction, shall we, after that incredible comeback from Barcelona. Here is Dani Olmo.
Thanks for talking to ESPN, Dani. So there was a lot of talk about remontada in Spain this week. You were losing 3-1 with 30 minutes to go. You managed to get that comeback, that amazing remontada, with a win that can mean half La Liga, maybe?
No, not half, but still a really important one. Of course, these are the games that at the end gets you closer to the goal, which is winning. But still, we have many games, many points to play. We know that it depends on us, and this is our focus.
What about yourself? You played 30 minutes. You managed to get that goal, and that provoked that penalty that was so important.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm really happy that I can finally help the team where I won the most, when I like the most inside the pitch, and it was amazing to feel this win from inside.
But it wasn't a very complete game for Barcelona, with a lot of mistakes, non-forced one, that lack of physicality maybe. What do you think happened in the team, especially in the first half?
Yeah, I think we lost control a little bit, not with the ball, especially against the ball. We let them run really easily, and at the end they are strong. You know, in this side they have good players on the top, good strikers that they can make us pain, they can hurt us in these actions, and yeah, maybe we concede them a little bit more chances for them to score, but at the end I think we have to take the positive things. We came back, it was not easy, so we have to keep going on that.
Celta complained a lot about that penalty. What can you tell us?
for me it wasn't. You know, to be honest, Oscar had the possibility to head without Tech hitting him. You know, and at the end maybe he touched him a little bit, but at the end it was not a real clash. You know, from Tech. So for me it was not enough. At the end it's football. You know, so for some people it will be. For some other it will not. But at the end we have to focus on our thing, and happy for the win.
So the coach complained a lot about the schedule yesterday. Today the club did a public statement. You are the main actor. So what do you think about this scheduling, having to play at 9 p.m., traveling, going to sleep at 4 a.m. and having to travel to Milan the day after?
It's not helping. Of course, many games this season we had to play at 9, especially when we play away, and after 3 days we have to play again, and after the game we normally travel back and we sleep at 5-6 in the morning, and we don't recover enough to play after 3 days. At the end, if they want us to play every 3-4 games, I think we have to manage these times a little bit better, because I think rest is a really important thing to be able to play this schedule. And yeah, at the end, it's not an excuse, of course, because we are not the only team playing at these times, but yeah, of course, it's not helping.
Just the last question. So you said it's not half La Liga, this win, but you're sending a very powerful message to your opponents with 6 match days only to go.
Yeah, of course. I think every point, every game, every win is a message, but we don't focus on that. We know that it depends on us. It's in our hands. So at the end, this is our only focus.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Dani Olmo out of focus. It's not even half done yet. I love him just went, yeah, we're going to win La Liga. It's going to be easy now. That was important. Final thoughts from you, Luis?
Well, now it's time to focus on the midweek game. Let's see the rotation. We'll wait for later on for Atletico de Madrid and what they can do against Las Palmas, and of course a game tomorrow against Real Madrid. But definitely it's putting pressure on two teams that they are behind you. So I think there has been a very good game overall, thinking about what Barcelona showed us on the first 45 and what they did in the second half. So yeah, very good result for Barcelona.
Kind of given how this weekend started with discussions around the schedule and everything that involved with Hansi Flick and the complaints, and how it's ended for Barcelona at the very least, this just feels like a pivotal moment in their season. In what's to come for the rest of the season with everything at stake, I don't think today could have gone much better. Maybe you're asking for a couple of favors come tomorrow, but as of right now, you've done everything that could be asked of you, and you take so much more away from it.
Let's give the last word to Gemma, who just joins us. She was, of course, there for all the drama, all the excitement, in which La Liga, you feel, Gemma, was almost decided tonight on 2 moments. The miss from Mingueza and the penalty from Rafinha.
Yeah, it's such an important victory for Barcelona, not just for the 3 points, dropping points here with the image of Barcelona we've seen, especially in the first half, send a message to the contenders. And I guess that managing to get that amazing comeback, all the energy, the happiness, of course, we have to see, because if you analyze the whole game done, it wasn't a good performance from Barcelona, but getting to find the energy to eventually, with all the stadium, getting these 3 points, it's really important. I asked Dani Olmo, is this the half of La Liga? He said no, they have this contented happiness because of all the mistakes, the defensive issues, but with 6 days to go, they still depend on themselves, and it's a really important win for them.
What did Pedri say? We didn't see that interview, Gemma.
Well, he was happy, but not excited for that, because they were well aware that, especially in the first half, he struggled a lot trying to create danger. It was a lot of credit to Celta, because they were defensively very well ordinated, very controlled, very solid in the back. So he was kind of frustrated. They are kind of frustrated with the schedule. All of them said that they are tired. The physicality is an issue for them, but that they feel powerful. They have another game against Mallorca, a really important one here at home that they should win. And they have the feeling that if they manage to get these 2 wins, Celta, Mallorca, and then Valladolid, the Liga, then it's really close to them.
Gemma, as always, thank you very much. Thank you to Luis as well.